Dooley Field, Sanford Stadium. On this day of reflection, we've got UAB, the reigning Conference USA champions, taking on the number 2 Georgia Bulldogs on an irradiant Saturday afternoon here in September. On this day of introspection and perspective, Mark Jones alongside Robert Griffin, Quint Kesnick down to the field, joining us in just a moment. UAB winning the toss, deferring to the second half. That means Georgia will receive the opening kickoff. Kearis Jackson is back deep with Zamir White. And this will come out 1st and 10 from the 25. Quint, big news for Georgia. What's up?
It's been a week of quarterback intrigue. Until we see it, I'm not sure if we should believe it. JT Daniels dealing with an oblique injury this week. His practice time this week was limited, and in pregame he came out at 2 o'clock and threw aggressively. Gave the thumbs up. Well, all signs point to JT being the starter, not so fast. I talked to Kirby Smart moments ago. He said JT is cleared to play, but enter Stetson Bennett. And there he is. Stetson Bennett, folks, will start in this ball game. Not quite sure who the backup is, Carson Beck or JT Daniels.
But yeah, this is a big shocker. If JT Daniels is cleared, why is he playing?
2nd down and 8. Bennett back to pass, taking a shot up top, wide open. Explosive play, finally. Touchdown, Dogs. Burton. Robert, it didn't take long.
Stetson Bennett just said, Robert Griffin, that's why I'm playing. Jermaine Burton, one of their leading receivers from last year, just caught a 73-yard bomb from Stetson Bennett. He's a little bit of a gunslinger, and he said, hey, coach, don't worry. I got the explosive plays for you right here.
Pass complete. They try and stretch that field a little bit. Good catch by Ryan Davis, who had 3 catches in their previous game, but not enough for the first down there. They'll have to punt 3 and out on their first possession of the football game. Good starting field position for the second drive of the ball game for Stetson Bennett. Great story, former walk-on. He balled out as a scout team quarterback before the 2017 Rose Bowl, impersonating, of all people, Baker Mayfield in advance of that game. Well, he left the following year looking for a Power 5 offer, went to JUCO, and then committed to Louisiana. I'll tell you the rest of the story after this play with Cook in the backfield. Bennett looking to pass, completes it down to the 42-yard line to Mitchell, who moves the chains. Now, after coming out of JUCO, he commits to Louisiana. On the eve of signing day, he gets a phone call from Georgia again. They offer him a scholarship, and here he is now starting, and this is the second game of the season. McIntosh in the backfield. Bennett to pass. McIntosh with a great catch! Touchdown, Georgia! Blazers with their first down of the ball game. And Johnston picks up the first down. Blazers taking a shot. Picked off. Lewis Seen with the interception for Georgia.
It's just
great
an
pressure.
ill-advised.
Yeah, great pressure by Stackhouse up front.
Just a ill-advised throw. Tyler Johnston, we talked about it earlier. He has to protect the football. When he's coming to these big-time SEC environments, he has not done that. And right here, he was just throwing this up for grabs. I don't understand what he was doing there. The pressure that was on him, if you feel that, throw the ball out of bounds, right? Don't just heave it up in the middle of the field and hope and pray that somebody's going to catch it. You know, that looked like one of those throws where you say, well, somebody's got to be open.
Yep. And a great point. And now, Robert, we have another quarterback in the ball game for Georgia. It's going to be Carson Beck, number 15, a 6'4" freshman out of Jacksonville, Florida. Handoff, Zamir White, a.k.a. Zeus. You hear that chant and cheer come up every time he touches the football. Stopped up for a gain of about 3 on the play. 6.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. We get a look at our second quarterback.
Lost to Montana. Although I'll never live that one down.
3rd and 3. Nothing doing in the middle for Kendall Milton. That defensive front with a nice surge of energy in the middle, led by Turner and Thomas for the Blazers, and that's going to get their defense off the field here. Georgia defense has been intransigent this year. You talk about some guys that really make that line of scrimmage work for them. Jordan Davis, number 99, one of the leaders up front.
Yes, he's 6'6", 340 pounds.
Say it again for the people in the back.
6'6", 340 pounds. They don't make guys like this all over the world, right? But they're led by N'Kobe Dean, number 17. It was a pleasure talking to him this week, an engineering major, and he can run and hit.
On the handoff to Jermaine Brown Jr. and Jordan Davis, the reigning defensive player of the week in the SEC, makes the tackle. Talk about a space eater. But more than a space eater, right, Robert?
Yes, he's more than a space eater. He's not just going to two-gap and let them hold on to him. He's a guy that can move for his size at 340. You saw him right there, shed the block, get to the other side, and make the tackle in the backfield. Jordan Davis, they say he's got a great personality and he's a funny guy, but I don't think the running back thought he was very funny right there.
No, there's no laughing matter. 3rd down and 8. 4-receiver formation for the Blazers. And sacked back at the 47-yard line. Hopkins with nowhere to go. Great pursuit by Adam Anderson. And he gets the sack for Georgia. Anderson, a guy that predicted, or at least he says he's shooting for 20 sacks this year. Might be a little bit ambitious, Robert, but why not?
Yeah, he's a guy that all he's got to do is get to a game, right? But you see him, he starts with the stunt game, and he just runs down the quarterback there.
Kevin, Penn State off to a great start. Stetson Bennett comes back in the ball game in this game of quarterback shuffling for Georgia. 1:28 to go in the first quarter. James Cook in the backfield. 1st and 10 from their own 12. The worst starting field position of the afternoon. And wide open. Room service to Bowers. And the freshman is off. Foot race. They're looking at shoe bottoms and nothing else.
It appears that Georgia just wanted to give Stetson Bennett one series off and let Carson Beck hand it off 3 times and come back and throw a dime. Wow, Brock Bowers, did you see that?
Unbelievable.
They said he ran 21 miles per hour on the GPS consistently, but holy cow, did he outrun everybody on the field. They're not going to be caught sleeping today.
Johnston to pass, Swarm, sacked. Back at the 18-yard line. What a blow by Stackhouse and Jalen Carter.
Wow, Nazir Stackhouse. Did he just make Tyler Johnston look like a little kid back there?
10th sack of the season.
Listen to this hit. Oh, man. He just pushed him. He didn't even hit him that hard. That's a big human being, too. 6'3", 320.
There's a few of them.
Tyler
that
Johnston.
Georgia defense.
To say Tyler Johnston definitely felt all of that 320 right there, man.
And that's going to be the end of a very impressive first 15 minutes of play for the Georgia Bulldogs. Number 2 in the country. Their starting quarterback sidelined by injury. JT Daniels giving way to Bennett and Beck on a Saturday afternoon that will always live in our hearts, in our minds, and our memories. We'll never forget. Welcome back, everyone, to Athens, Georgia, where you're watching the SEC on ESPN. And, oh yeah, Ugo feeling a little icy in his little doghouse. I tell you what, he's got UAB on ice right now.
Look at this. Wow, they got a touchdown on 3 of their first 4 drives, 2 of 70-plus yards, and the defense only allowed 36 yards, has a pick, and 2 sacks. They're balling.
Remember, they had 7 sacks defensively last week in that impressive win against Clemson. Taking a shot again. Bennett slings it wide open. Catch by Smith. Room service. Touchdown. Explosive play. That's straight dynamite. 61 yards. Third down and 9 after the penalty. Johnston incomplete at the 25. Tried to hit Ryan Davis. And 4th down coming up. Well, this storybook comeback and resurrection of the program feels like a little bit of a horror show right now. Beck back in at quarterback.
Why?
Tony wasn't that swole when I was a kid, chomping those lots of flakes.
Nah, he was not.
Little play fake. Another shot up top. In the middle of the defense, incomplete. At the 33-yard line for Arian Smith. This guy that caught the touchdown the last time he was on the field. It'll be 2nd down and 10 with 11:15 to go in the first half. 3rd and long. Burton sets, comes over the middle. He was the intended target, but it was batted down at the line of scrimmage. Good pressure by Moultrie to make an impact here. Jermaine Brown in the backfield. That's Shropshire in motion. And that's the catch by Johnson Sanders. Nowhere to go for him. He's brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
When it comes to the realignment, I feel the same way.
3rd and 10. Loose ball up in the air. And incomplete. And heavy pressure on quarterback Tyler Johnston, the 3rd. Stetson Bennett comes back into the ball game. Robert, what do you make of this quarterback roulette game?
Yeah, I don't like the quarterback musical chairs, and here's why. Stetson Bennett is balling, right? He throws a touchdown to Jermaine Burton. Comes back, he throws a touchdown pass to Brock Bowers. He is out here wheeling and dealing. He's seeing the field perfectly, and then what does he do? He throws one to the fastest man on the field, Arian Smith. So I don't like the quarterback musical chairs. Let Stetson Bennett play the entire first half, get a lead, whatever you want to do, and then bring in the young guy, Carson Beck, and let him get in a rhythm so he can show us what he's got.
The play action sets up the screen, complete to the tight end Bowers. A great runner after the catch. Showing some skills with it in the open field, and a nice run. 22 yards. 1st and 10 from the 41. Pass to the tight end, John Fitzpatrick, who's coming back from a foot injury a little bit ago. On 2nd down, it'll move the ball up a little bit. Sets up 3rd down and about 3.5, long 4 to go. Cook nowhere to go. Stopped up in the backfield. Nice surge by Tyree Turner. And a big defensive play that time by UAB.
Down back-to-back plays. It was very jarring and shocking to the guys there in Baltimore.
Mishandled snap. Johnston with nowhere to go. Check that, Hopkins with nowhere to go. Regardless of who's back there, it's been a rough afternoon. Sherman there to make the tackle on Hopkins.
Georgia is literally smothering UAB right now. We talked about that. That's what their defense does. They run, they hit, they go sideline to sideline, and they're showing right now that they are not going to play around today and allow UAB to creep back into this game. Maybe I'm speaking a little out of hand because it's 28-0, but they're saying they're not going to take that foot off the gas pedal.
Yeah, Georgia has led college football in run defense the last couple of seasons in a row. A little over 4 minutes to go from the 50. Jackson with intent inside the 20 in the red zone down to about the 17-yard line. Cook in the backfield with 4 wideouts. Looks right, fires, touchdown! Bowers again.
Stetson Bennett's not taking any prisoners today, fellas. He's willing. He found his guy, Brock Bowers, the leading receiver from last week against Clemson. They run a beautiful cross concept there. Figure out who's guarding who. Comes right back on a dime. Stetson Bennett. Wow.
I'm not a math guy, and I don't know how to figure out quarterback rating, but
it's up there.
It might be 4 digits.
It's up there for sure.
2nd down and 7. High snap, and they hand it off. Stanley trying to get to the edge on that stretch zone play. Robbie, let's go back to that play. Tell me what the key was.
Yeah, you watch here. This is Brock Bowers. Bring your eyes there. They're going to bring a guy, run him on a corner stop route, get a guy in the flat and a guy across the middle, and then he comes back. They're really trying to put a stress on that safety in the corner. If the corner decides to take the flat route, Brock Bowers is going to be wide open right there as long as the safety doesn't jump it.
Well, that's going to be the end of the first 30 minutes of play. In front of a near sellout crowd of about 93,000. Georgia Bulldogs answer all the questions about their incendiary potential, their explosive big play potential in a huge way. 35-0 at the break. Let's go to the studio.
The fans here, all 93,000 of them, should be very excited about the future.
Number 2 coming into the game this afternoon. It's going to be a handoff to McBride, nowhere to go. And there's a look at that elite defense. And already the Blazers looking at a 3rd and 7.
Feel like they've been in 3rd and 7s all game.
Johnston completes it underneath to the tight end Prince. He's going to be stopped up about 3 yards short of the first down, a 5-yard gain. Missing George Pickens, who's out with a knee injury. James Cook in the backfield on 2nd and 10. Pass complete. Nice rope that melts in the arms of his receiver on the play for another first down. 3rd down and 6. Student athletes now able to monetize their off-field endeavors. He's going to take off. He's looking like cash right there. Stetson Bennett, money, 20-yard gain. 1st and 10 Bulldogs.
Stetson Bennett drops back to pass. He doesn't see anything, and he's just running. And I know JT Daniels is cracking jokes talking about he's running like RG3 out there, but Stetson Bennett right there, man, he was reminding me of myself.
How about that? About that. Stetson Bennett with a career-long run. Cook in the backfield. Takes the handoff. Showing a little bit of patience. Oh. Comes out of the pack! Wow! Houdini in the house! An escape artist wearing number 4, James Cook. Hey, they're getting all they can drink right now.
We were just talking about Georgia's running game, and here's James Cook, the little brother of Dalvin Cook, and he runs through, and he gets, oh, no, not going down. James Cook to the end zone. Houdini.
Wow. On 1st down and 15. Time to throw it. Johnston up top. Intercepted by Ringo, Kylie Ringo. Maybe they'd have been better off trying to run it.
Yeah, they probably should have tried to run it there. Keely Ringo comes up with the pick. Last week he had a bad pass interference call, but here he's playing off-man coverage on Shropshire on a double move, and the quarterback just underthrows it. Tyler Johnston, the 3rd. Man, can't do that.
The first official act of reparations in the state of Georgia. Pass complete for the 27-yard line to Mitchell. You know, black folks used to be able to say that they could see Sanford Stadium from their living rooms back in those days. As As we reflect back on a bunch of things today. Into the end zone, touchdown to Justin Robinson.
Justin Robinson for 6. Touchdown, Georgia.
Once again, Georgia using play action to hold the linebackers down and open up the holes behind them. Carson Beck with a nice pass to Justin Robinson. All the quarterbacks today are balling out. It's good to see Carson Beck go out there and get a touchdown pass.
And spanking Ohio State.
Yeah, I can tell you right now, Ryan Day wasn't expecting that. I don't think many people were expecting that, but Oregon coming up big, going on the road. What they always say when you go on the road is you got to bring your own energy, pack your defense. Very important for UAB and honestly their confidence just moving forward throughout the rest of the season.
They got a trips formation to the right. Hopkins sacked, and they'll turn it over on downs on the sack. Channing Tindall got there as the first defender. Let's go back to the studio.
If you're going to take me out, I don't mind going.
3rd down and 5 coming up. Pass complete for the first down. Jalen Johnson moves the pile out beyond midfield into Blazer territory at the 49. As time winds down in the 3rd quarter, that'll be the last play of the period. Yeah, it's thumbs up for Carson Beck and the Georgia Bulldogs. Don't ever say that these dogs are all bark and no bite, because they have sunk their teeth into the Blazers today. When we come back, we'll review a little special presentation for a special group.
He's a big guy.
You know, Herschel didn't start in their Week 1 game against Tennessee that year as a freshman.
He didn't start?
Didn't start.
Come on, man. Really?
They were down 15-2 to Tennessee in the 3rd quarter. And like the running backs coach turns to Coach Dooley, like, you got to put him in. Well, they won that game 16-15. It's one of 5 close wins they had that year, but then Herschel just took over.
I believe he ran like a 10-20 something in 100 meters, ran track at Georgia. Moving all that weight down the track as Beck runs.
Quarterbacks that we need. We have the skill guys, and when they're even going to get healthier later in the year, they're going to be even more explosive.
Get some more receivers back and get them healthy. This is McIntosh, that running back stable, proving their worth as well. 12-yard gain and another first down as we take a look at the offensive line with the pocket protection. What you said earlier, you said they have the quarterbacks, plural. Back to pass, back into the end zone, a little bit short of it, incomplete on the overthrow. It's going to be 3rd and goal. Quint?
The headline tomorrow here in Athens, the mailman delivered.
Ooh.
I like it.
I like it.
Young
Express.
man, U.S. Postal Service hat. He wore to the Elite 11 camp, and they've been calling him the mailman ever since.
Big time numbers for
Little
him.
NIL opportunity there, too, by the way.
That's a great NIL opportunity. I was gonna say Stetson being the backup, playing the way that he did today, at least gives Kirby Smart the confidence to know that if anything happens to JT Daniels, that he has a guy that's played a lot of snaps and can come in and do a good job.
And a rare blemish there as Podlesny misses a 32-yard field goal, pushed it to the right. A rare blemish today on their near perfect afternoon. Back after this. I'll tell you what, Georgia's had that sauce today.
I was going to say, that was a big G on that guy's belly there. It's a lot of lettering.
Hey, a lot of body paint. McBride with the run, brought down for a yard loss on the play. Up against a very talented Georgia team. Well, that's got pick 6 written all over it. Room service again. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Dumas Johnson with the pick.
Dumas Johnson in the right place at the right time. Quarterback throws a little blooper out there. Johnson sees the ball, doesn't worry about the defender. Pick 6. Man, easy, as you said. Room service.
We were talking about Liv Moss. That was Dumas.
Dumas. And he's wearing number 10. Right, man. It makes me feel
It's all
good.
coming together, Robert.
It's all coming together, man.
We got that little Savage Award with the shoulder pads for the turnover. UAB with their third turnover of the game, and it's 56-0 with the meter still running. Dumas says, you know what, I'm just going to do me right here. It's all
That's
red
a
and
good
black.
one. Only person not laughing is Tyler Johnson, man.
Exactly. Back here, the Blazers with the football, looking at a 3rd down and 1. They're going to try and run the quarterback here. That's Hopkins, who's the better runner of the two between him and Tyler Johnston. He'll come up short. Sam Cunningham's significance in the world of college football can never be overstated on that memorable afternoon.
It's like we were talking about earlier, Jonesy, with Lenintown, knowing your history and understanding that Sam Cunningham helped foster integration of football so that guys like myself could go and play the game. Right? I had an opportunity at Baylor because of a guy like Sam Cunningham, and I just want to say thank you. I know you're looking down on us today.
2nd and 10 coming up. Pass incomplete, picked off. Coming back the other way by Swoops, and Swoops is going to stroll into the end zone on his own pick 6. Swooping in for the score, and that spoils the shutout for Georgia. A 60-yard pick 6 by Keandre Swoops.
Carson Beck. Wow. I don't even think the running back was ready for that.
No, Edwards didn't see it.
But you're not seeing this here on the replay, but Carson Beck didn't even try to go tackle the guy. I just have a feeling that Kirby Smart's going to be talking to him about that all week.
Okay, so you're like Mr. Wrap him up on an interception.
I'm just saying, you got to go get him. I don't know how fast Carson Beck is, but you got to try.
Okay.
You know?
I've never known a lot of quarterbacks to sprint and try and run a dude down, but I got to go look back at your highlights.
Well, DJ Uyunglele tried last week. He was unsuccessful, but he tried.
He tried.
All right. You just watch him. He sees the pick, and he's just, la-di-da, la-di-da-di-da-di-da.
You don't think that's as fast as he can go, huh?
Nah, I think when he saw that throw, that's the definition of lollygagging, right? But when he saw that throw, he knew he was in trouble. He should have already been running that direction.
Okay.
Either way, we were just about to talk about how Georgia's defense had scored more points than the both offenses that they had played against, and they were about to get a shutout here, and Carson Beck throws a pick 6, ruining it all.
5:02 to go. What Swoops got around his neck in the latest edition of What Do I Get for a Turnover on the sidelines? Is that what is that, a dragon skull or skeleton head?
I don't know what that is. Oh,
talk to me.
That has to be a dragon skull, right? It looks too heavy to me. I feel like he's gonna. Is he doing 4-way neck right now?
I don't know how they get that through TSA pre-check. They got some explaining to do.
They definitely not put that on the plane.
Yeah, and the overhead. 56-7.
Oh man, they have to know that you have their best interest at heart, and even Todd Monken said that he had to learn that.
Tough when you got 80 guys on the roster sometimes to really sink your teeth into relationships, but it helps. One down to the 34-yard line.
Yeah, they've got
over 100 players.
I was going to say, they got more than 80. They got over 100 players on the team, and they just felt like maybe that was the thing that was missing, right? Yeah. Can you imagine how good this Georgia team is going to be when they get all of the guys back on offense?
We're about to find out sometime soon.
Ooh, this team is special.
College football playoff caliber?
Without a doubt.
Okay.
They got to go prove it.
Okay.
Every day.
Well, they proved a little something today. 56-7 the final. Kirby Smart's Bulldogs improve to 2-0. Stay tuned for College Football Scoreboard, followed by NC State, Mississippi State for Quint Kesnick and Robert Griffin III and our entire talented crew behind the camera you never get a chance to see. I'm Mark Jones saying so long.